Okay, I guess we could always count on YouTube. Huh. Oh boy. I don't know. It really takes the whole teaching thing away. Hello. Okay. Okay, syncopated rolls. I'm waiting for the room to populate. All right. All I know is I got booted. I tried rebooting it. Nothing wrong with the site. Nothing wrong with the computer. It happens so often. Now, I did say one time or a couple times before, if that ever happens, we have the option of YouTube or my site. But my site has a timer on it. Now, like I was saying before, guys, the Hudson Music Digital, I don't know what Rob is going to send you, but hey, it's something Rob is a good guy. If he gives you a choice, take Advanced Funk Studies by Rick Latham or Master the Tables of Time by Dave Stanek. Now, you're going to get one, Jim. You're going to get one, Robert. And Horst is going to get one. I might send Dennis one. I might surprise Dennis. I'm in a good mood. Okay. Like I was telling everybody, Jim, what I'm going to start doing, Monday, the first lesson I'm going to do Monday is going to be for beginners. Now, whether you consider yourself a beginner, an intermediate, or advanced, or Superman, you're welcome to come to those lessons, beginners, intermediate, and advanced. Actually, the beginner lessons for you seasoned players is good to come and revisit. You know, doing the sticking positions, 18, 9, and 4, and then the downstroke, the tap, and the upstroke, and the free stroke. We're going to be going over them with a few different rudiments with broken down with the levels. That's going to be for Monday. Now, tonight is kind of open, you know. I wanted to do the syncopated rolls from the Hoist. How you doing? Well, they should be. I mean, I'm the guy that's a beginner, you know, and every time I pick up the sticks, it's like being a beginner because I'm learning something new. Now, he's got some real good stuff going on in this book. He has 2 books. He has his book 1 and book 2. Now, book 1, you won't get the physical copy. You get the digital copy, but it comes with 2 CDs. And Contemporary Drum Set Techniques is his second book. Comes with 4 CDs. Good book, man. Really good book. And then Dave Stanek's Table of Time. Now, in a week or 2, I'm going to have them all up on my site. You don't have to go revisiting, you mean, Robert? Okay, so let's do some of that. Let's pretend this is a beginner's lesson. We will remember the reason why there's a full stroke. Hello, Pierre. How you doing, man? Bob who? Gulati? Who the hell's Bob Gulati? Don't know who that is. If he's a drummer, yeah, I probably know him. If he's not a drummer, are you insinuating he's in the mob or something? Or, ha, Pierre, you're a trip, man. Ha. Okay, here you go. Now, this is good for you, Pierre, because you weren't here. I'm going to label this as a beginner lesson, and it's good for the seasoned players as well to revisit this. Now, sticking heights. The first lesson I had with Joe, he explained, you have an 18-inch stroke that's approximately 18 inches from the tip of the stick to the drum, and that's a full stroke. A half stroke is half of that, so if that's 18, roughly, this would be 9. And half of the 9 would be 4.5. That would be a quarter stroke. So you have quarter strokes, half strokes, and full strokes. Do we all remember that? I didn't know who he was. I'm sorry, Ed and Pierre. Everybody who plays jazz, in my opinion, is great. Everybody. And unfortunately, I might have listened to him here and there. But anyway, that's the full stroke, the half stroke, and the quarter stroke. Now, what I highly recommend as a warm-up, and I'm sure, like, you know, Bob talked about it with me and about warming up with the stick control book. All right, we do in full strokes, very slow. We'll do the first line, we'll repeat the first line, and the hand that you end that line with is the hand you're going to vamp with for 4 measures. Let me demonstrate maybe 1 or 2 or 3 lines. Line 1, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Second time, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Repeat the line. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Vamp. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 4, and 2, and 9, 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and so on and so forth. This is a very boring thing. But my first lesson, I'm saying, what is this guy doing? Back then, he put the metronome on 35 as the quarter note. And man, that's so slow. I couldn't keep time. It was so slow. But the object of making it slow is that if you're getting a sound like this, 2 different sounds, you want to make the adjustment so you make both right and left sound the same. And coming from the same height. Okay? Now, that's one kind of exercise I do all the time. Okay, that's okay, Paul, no problem. All right, and hey, Paul, before I forget, email me your home address, your mailing address, all right? What we have here now, besides, you know, doing that's kind of boring. So what I do now is I'll take it to the half stroke position, up the metronomes and say 120. And I'll do the same process. I'll play the line, I'll repeat the line, then I'll vamp for 4 measures and go into the next line, like this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's line 2. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, vamp 1. 2, so forth. Take it in half strokes, quarter strokes, and full strokes at a variety of tempos. And that gets boring. But it's always that the things that are boring are the most helpful. The slower you do that, the better off you are. Okay? Now, a fun way to do that, okay, is a harmonic kind of thing. You know, so you're loosening up not only your right hand or your left hand, you're loosening up the bass drum and the right hand, the left hand and the left foot. So if I did line 1 in harmonic coordination, I call it 1 and 2 and 2, 3, 3, 4, vamp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, line 2. It's a fun thing to do, okay? So now you have full strokes, you have the sticking positions, the full stroke, 18 inches, sticking heights, half stroke, quarter stroke, the levels, free stroke, downstroke, tap, and upstroke. And let's do that in execution, okay? I'm not gonna go to the accent exercise. Let's take a single paradiddle, which is an extremely common thing to play, all right? And we're going to use the sticking pattern. We're going to do alternating paradiddles, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. And we're going to nail an accent on the first stroke of each paradiddle. So what we have is 2 different sounds inside of that paradiddle. An accented note and 3 unaccented notes. But now, what I'm going to play is my hand positioning here. You're going to watch the hands. I come down, on my starting position is this. It's very regimented, I'm sorry, but hey, this is an instructional platform. It's a downstroke. I get a pretty nice pop there. All right, now I'm in a position where both my sticks are at the same height. So my next sticking would be to the left. But I have to get that left in position for the up and coming accent. Up, tap, tap. Now I have the other side. Down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap. Now, notice that downstroke is accented. That is, computer, don't mess up, man. That downstroke is consistent in sound. That's an accent. The upstroke is to put me in position to nail the up and coming accent. And the taps that's to equalize the 3 strokes. The upstroke and the tap sound the same. So you have a single paradiddle. Okay? Now, that's just, exercise full strokes, half strokes, quarter strokes in the stick control book with the vamp. Or you can do them harmonically, it's nice. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4. That's too fast for me. Ha! All right, let's not have a discussion. Let's pay less attention to the lesson, Jim. And it's nice to know all this. We'll talk about it. Okay, so a couple other exercises. I get a lot of questions saying, "Hey man, my left hand sucks. How do I get my left hand stronger?" Well, you want to equalize it. The one way we just did was taking the stick control book and the order of his sticking. You're executing on the right side and the left side, then the left side, then the right side, then doubling up right, left, left. And the object of that, which Stone had in mind, is to equalize that right and equalize that left. That's equalizing the strength. And a lot of guys, you've been playing all your life, and you've been playing right-handed, and all of a sudden you say, okay, left hand, let's do some work, and they go, oh shit, and you can't do it. The left hand is going to log you down, or bog you down rather. So you want to relax it a little bit. How do we do it? We play it a lot. We play against it. All right? Anybody can play eighth notes by themselves. 1 and 2 and 4 and. I did one measure of eighth notes. Everybody here can do that. But now if I say, okay, play your bass drum 1, 2, 3, 4, your left foot 2 and 4, and take the stick control book and play all the rights down on the floor. So you get this. So you're playing against it. Okay, so I'm playing against the left hand to make it stronger. I'm playing eighth notes. I'll do a nice relaxed. 1, 2, 3. Start with line 3. It's in the formula book. 4, 5. Have fun with it. Take the syncopation book. Read the whole page down. Straight up and down using the rights on the floor tom-tom. Then you go to the next movement with the left hand and you want to play triplets. So I'm playing eighth note triplets constantly. Anybody can do that. I'm not challenging it. I'm not making it strong. I'm just laying it down. So now I want to make it stronger. I want to play against it. That's like taking a stick control book, doing all the rights on the floor tom-tom, and you're swinging the pattern. So on and so forth. So you're challenging that left hand. And my left hand is coming back a little bit. No. You can go 4.5 height. I mean, you can make the, see, I really wanted, I invited Jeff Johnson to come and do a lesson again, by him and I. And we're going to discuss the level system in depth. All right? Now, this is basic. I have this sticking position is my starting position for a full stroke or a free stroke. I'm throwing the stick down, I'm following it back, and I stop it. There's no tension. I release the sound outward so there's no injury for the shock going up my arm. I throw it down. That's a full stroke or a free stroke. Now, from my full stroke position, I want to give me a downstroke. Now the downstroke, I'm going to say, okay, let's make that about, let's make it about 4 inches, 4.5 inches off the drum. So now I'm in the half stroke position. I obtain 2 different sounds, the full stroke and the quarter stroke. One sound is louder, the other sound, okay, is softer because of the distance of my attack. My attack's up here. When I do my quarter stroke or half stroke, it's here. It's a lesser sound. Now, like I said, a good exercise for that, if we do a straight eighth note vamp, I have eighth notes going on, all the same sound. Now, I want to practice some levels, like the downstroke, the upstroke, or the tap, or whatever. So I come up with this exercise. I reference off the stick control book. All the R's become an accent, all right? And I'm eliminating the lefts. So if I look at line 1, I have all my R's are falling 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm going to play this. So on the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, all that's going to be accents. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, that's one view here. I'm starting to get my accent down. I want to get an upstroke. What I'm answering your question now, Dennis, is I'm going to hit that drum because I need a tap, but I have to get myself back in the upstroke position or full stroke position. So I have down, up, down, up, down, up. You understand that, Dennis? Does that clarify it for you? Hold on a second, let me get my glasses. Four and a half. You can say 4.5, 4. Who knows? It's a consistent sound, Dennis. That's with one accent. But if I have two accents in a row, like for example, if I did line 3, that would be right, right, left, left is what I'm interpreting from. I'm eliminating the lefts and I'm just going to play the rights. And 3 and 4 and I'm going to play this on the bottom. So my 1 and 3 and are going to be rights. Let me play it up a little bit, then I'll break it down. So now, I want to get an accent on 1 and. So that's 2 right-hand accents in a row. 1 has to be a full stroke. And is a downstroke. 2 is a tap, and the and of 2 has to come up to get in position to nail the next accent. 3 and 4 and. You remember the turnarounds, Dennis? But see now, this is good because you might have missed this in the past. And this is why I say we're going to make this a beginner lesson. And we're going to start that Monday. And don't be, I've been playing 100 years, so I'm not going to 20 beginner lesson. Well, I think, you should. Because it's revisiting what you've learned. That's all. It's not belittling you. Like I said, every time I put the sticks in my hands, I'm a beginner. Huh. Okay? But that helped you, Dennis. How about you, Pierre? Do you understand it? Yes, no? There's so much you can do to develop that left hand, the weak hand. You could I demonstrated it with my right hand, but if I demonstrate it with my left, I'm really working the heck out of the left. So it's the same interpretation. I'm not going to revert to the lefts now. I'm going to say all the rights are still the accent. So I'm playing 1 and 2. And I'm going to put an accent on 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I go to line 2. All the accents are going to fall in the and. 1 and 2 and. So on and so forth. So you're working it both ways. I'm keeping the same approach. Okay? It's a good exercise. The one fun exercise we came up with a couple of weeks ago is, if you remember, we're playing 4. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me move my seat back. Oh. All right, so now we're going to play 1, 2. That's going to remain the same all the time. I can play anything else I want with the other limbs, but I don't want to break that pattern. You guys remember that one? It's a fun exercise. You can come up with so much shit. right or wrong, as long as you maintain this. I'm having fun. I'm jamming with a sound. 1 knee and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Ha! So on and so forth. It's a fun thing to do. Now, also, I just set this up today. That's my flat ride. It's not as dry as that. Okay? So what I want to start to do, I got to reposition this. I just set it up randomly. But I'm going to be playing 1, 2, 3, 4. I have the cable hi-hat and the double beaters. I'm not going to go that avenue. I'm just going to do the left on top, beginning with that. So if I play, say, eighth note triplets, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got to reposition it. I'm sorry. But man, it's just going to help you with the left and the right lead. I still love that sound of that cymbal. And that's one thing about Sabian. I mean, not Sabian, Paiste. They have in their catalog or even online, you can hit a cymbal with the mouse and it'll project a sound. And the sound that you hear from that on the computer is the sound you're going to get. That is the driest cymbal that Paiste makes. And I just love it. It fits me. I have the J.R. Robinson. If I have to play a rock gig, I want to fill in the sound there. That's cool. All right? But anyway, we're going to go to Monday afternoon. I had to ride with rivets. I had Zildjian. I have a 20 and a 22. I took the rivets out. I have, I don't know, maybe 40 different cymbals in this room. That's a lot of cymbals, man. And I just use this. And sometimes I don't even use it. I want to lay down on the couch and take a nap. Well, that's the object, Jim. You say it's hard to do. No, it's not hard. It's something that's gonna humble you. Like I said, I gotta readjust the angle of this so I don't keep smashing. I'm gonna do the best I can with the angle the way it is, all right? I gotta comfortable myself. I'm doing it slow. I can do it this slow. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1. That's slow. Rome wasn't built in a day, my man. You have to slow it down and say, okay, I'm going to do, say, for example, you want to do all the stick control book down the first page, left-handed with the rival and playing this. Bass drum, all the lefts. Do that left-handed. Now, that I've been playing all my life. And if I start left-handed, it's not going to sound like that. It's going to take a lot of work to sound like that. I wish it would sound like that. Man, life would be easier. No. So we're going to start a whole different program. Now, the guys who are going to get from Hudson Music, Rob Wallace, I really don't know what he's going to send, but I know he's going to send you a code either for books or for videos. I'm not sure. But if it's books, it's going to be digital, and you're going to have to print them out. And if he sends it to you for the books, please, all right, get Rick Lathman's Funk Patterns or Dave Stanik's Mastering the Tables of Time. And for those who don't have the level system, I'll get it to you somehow, okay? I know, Hoysh, you're going to get the level system. All right, do we have any questions on anything? We'll be back tomorrow, 1 o'clock, on this channel. I keep thinking today's Thursday. Any questions? Now, you guys want to talk about this guy Galati? I don't know who he is, how old he is. You like the sound of that flat ride? Now's the time to talk about the drummer that you guys were talking about. I don't know him. I probably listened to him. And then maybe I do know him. I mean, I know so many different people, I forget their names. There's just so many people to know. Any questions? Por favor. Okay, I didn't know who it was. Paul, Ramsey Lewis goes through drummers that are on the road. When he's on the road doing shows like this, I mean, it might have been Jack DeJohnette, it might have been Billy Cobham, or Tommy Campbell. Tommy Campbell plays the shit out of both ways. So, you know, next time, try to check it out. Study the guy. That's all I do is study. All right, Ed. He was 70. He died of a brain aneurysm. The fringe. I have to check it out. Who are you, Mr. Words? Rush Music. You're new here. Okay. Man, there's so many great drummers out there. It's just so many great drummers, and it's just so hard. You're not in competition when you're enjoying them. Well, Bob Moses, I never heard play there, Ed, but I did read his book, Drum Wisdom. Now I'm all confused. I mean, the guy was out there with some of the shit he was saying. Charles, how are you, Charles? Good, welcome. I do lessons Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 1 p.m. on this channel. We had a little issue on my channel, so we moved here. But if you want to be a member, email me. I'll put you on my mailing list, and we'll get it going on. How's that sound? Where you from, Charles? Well, Alan Dawson was an unbelievable musician. And he does that, the rudimental ritual. That is so hard to do. And, that's a book that'll humble you. You're in Mass or was that Maryland? You're in Florida now. All right, well, there's my email, Charles. And email me. All right, email me and I'll put you on my mailing list. With that all being said, it's time for me to depart you gentlemen. And we'll see everybody tomorrow, 1 p.m. on this channel. Hope you could be there, Charles, and all the other guys. Don't forget, Paul, send me your address. I'm going to take care of all this business after I have dinner. Okay?